Hey there LEGO fans, welcome back. Alex here. In this video we are going to be continuing our rebuild of the amusement park down here. All of this change, of course, is being done in anticipation of the new Looper roller coaster coming out here at the beginning of the month. So we made a lot of changes since the last video. Let me tell you what has been actually solidified, and I'll go over with the other stuff that I think is going to change in the near future. Now, what I've got here established, at least I think I have this established, is the train station. So here is kind of like the main transportation hub for this particular side of the city. We have our bus station that was moved down here from up the road. We have our train station right here front and center. Well, not center, but it is the front. Made a lot of changes to it. As you guys can see, made a bigger platform here in the front. I added this deck right here because this deck on this side was going to be the reception of the stairs that accesses, of course, the airport shuttle. A lot of you guys had some fantastic suggestions about integrating these train stations together, and this is what I came up with at the moment. And also, as you guys can see, the airport shuttle station is straddling the entrance. So I thought I'd put the entrance right here. That would be, looks like a kind of a fun way to utilize the airport shuttle station. So I put this I don't know, marquee future sign right here that might have the name of the park here at a future date. Otherwise, it looked pretty ugly without that. So this will continue to obviously develop, but that's what I've got together so far. So that is how vehicles and pedestrians would access the park. And over here is kind of where I would have the campground to some extent because, well, I don't know how the campground's going to look. What I decided to do is actually just kind of have this all together. It's basically the entire side of the city is going to have to be the amusement park, I decided. So as you can see, Pirates of Barracuda Bay are in the back there. My thought now with the mountain is going to be right here, so that's where that's going to be built, kind of playing off of where that ledge is next to the haunted house there. And of course that plays well into the plans in the future of having some sort of water ride that somehow involves both those rocks and the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, where the actual ride can actually go inside of the rock and you have kind of a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of feel to it. We'll see how it all works out. That's what I'm thinking of in my head. So anyway, this is kind of, I'm feeling good about this. And as you guys can see, the airport shuttle track loops around here and is much more visible. And I made a decision, Josh and I played around with the decision to make or to move the roller coaster here towards the end. This is where the Looper coaster was going to go. So we switched it around. We thought that this roller coaster looked better here. We moved it here very close to the edge. I got to redo a little bit of the train track here, pushing that as far out as possible. And that means that we have the loop coaster going here. So we basically swapped positions for the coasters. And big reason for that was the airport shuttle station. So I'm not sure how this is going to work with the loop coaster once we get that. It might go through the main loop. It might be between the main tower and the first loop. I have no idea. So at the moment, okay with this, but until I actually get my hands on that and build it and see where that actually goes, it's hard to gauge it where those loops are with images that I'm seeing online. But depending on how that works, there's a good chance it'll definitely interfere with the operation of that train. So we might have to move that. But for now, it's okay. And obviously, we'll have it integrate somehow with the rock face that's going to be built over there, and that's where I'm probably going to keep the big tree house there as well. For fun, let's go ahead and have our airport shuttle run. This thing is well over 30 years old now. I want to say this is the most track I've ever used on the airport shuttle. So from the end of the line to the other end of the line, it's the longest the track has ever been. Such a great Lego set. So what else has been going on here? Playing a lot of musical chairs with these, 3 or 4 different rides, maybe 5 rides, I guess. Not really sure where those are all going to end up. I think what we might end up doing first is working from this end to the other. So I'll probably work on getting that little mountain created along with the the little campground there, and then just work our way down here. I did make some adjustments to the train track here. Over here I did add a couple of turns. I'm not really a fan of this because when trains are coming it really does this jerking motion, but as you can see I pushed it out a little bit further, so this back straight there's a little bit more room to work with, a little bit, not a lot more, but it definitely is going to help with creating some space here along the back. There's still unfortunately some dead space that you get with the turns of trains, and I don't really like that, but I love having the train track here. I mean, I could take this out and get a lot of space, absolutely, but I love having the train track go around the entirety of the city. It's there for entertainment value. When kids are here and they're visiting, and they see the train roaring around the city from one side to the other, it's very exciting, and I like it too. I'll admit, I love seeing the trains run through the city. It's really fun, so definitely going to keep that for the moment. Also, had some suggestions about this main road here in the front. Why don't you get rid of it, Alex? You can get so much more space. It's not really adding any value to your city, and I will say, you have a good point. I totally get it. But for me, there is value in just knowing that there's a cool road that actually starts at the one end of the city and goes all the way to the other. So at the moment, I like it. I'm going to keep it. But I love the challenge thinking there, guys. So keep it coming. It might happen here later in the future. But for now, pretty happy with the main road. So that's the update on the amusement park rebuild. I will let you guys know of a little side project I've been working on, and that is the relocation of my boxes, my empty Lego boxes that I keep in storage. I moved a ton of them underneath the city down here. So they're all stacked away here. I do have this little path between them that allows me to get to the little access hole for the downtown area right there. So that's pretty cool. So I'm not going to really use this space. It's just too far tucked away for me to actually build anything under here. So I thought it'd be good use of the space to put a lot of the boxes. And so what that meant is, if I can stand up here, is in my storage room, I have some extra storage. So I got these shelves right here, really nice shelves, at least 2 full shelves and a little bit of space right here. And I'm thinking about getting those space sets back out from the 90s. What do you guys think? I just barely put them away, but I think we can put them back in here. So everything in here that's still in here, these are all my sealed boxes. Shoved them up there. These are all smaller sealed sets. I did keep these 3 big boys here. I didn't want to put these anywhere where they might get kicked around or damaged even more than they already are. So trying to preserve those the best that I can. And I still have this stack over here of empty boxes. There's no reason to move those. Plus I didn't have any more room over there. But yeah, some pretty sweet space there. And also, you know what? It has crossed my mind many times as I'm down here, because this is my workout room. And I thought about, if I didn't have my weights in here, I could totally set up a big table in here and set up something else, the castle, the pirates or whatever. But I like working out, and it's just one of my things that I got to do. Because I don't know, my job and also Lego is pretty dormant, so I do my best to stay in shape. So at the moment, this space is definitely needed for for lifting some weights. So anyway, maybe one day we'll put it in the garage, but it gets really hot in the summer and really cold in the winter here, so not really a fan of that. But anyway, that is the update for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate your suggestions and comments. Keep them coming, and we'll have some more updates here in the very near future. Until then, you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.